this year. We allow you to listen to that, and we come back for more on Sports Tonight.
Of human rights, again, that goes back to the Electoral Committee, and in part of that is a criteria for a president of FIFA. What I will say, though, I'm not going to criticize any other candidate except to say the reality, which is if any allegations that were made about any candidate with this regard in terms of human rights, whether true or not, the simple basic fact of the matter is that that person did not protect or stick up for his players at that time.
For me, as an association president, I stood by a man who I believe was bold enough when Blatter was in an invincible position, when it was almost impossible to make a call to stand against Blatter. A person who takes the risks at that time to say, I'm going for change, I'm standing against this person. Who should we give the opportunity to change FIFA? Those who did not even recognize the change or the need for it, or the person who has taken the risk to lead that change. It is two simple decisions that we have to make. And to conclude with your question, I can tell you that Africa does not and will not vote as the executive committee has announced. I think, again, it comes to fairness. We maybe it's time for us to call on FIFA again. We need to begin to examine these executive committee endorsement as to whether it's not actually intimidation or interference. Because at the end of the day, if you are the governing body of a confederation with so much authority and you have no right to vote, why should you be making, these position, and why should you be clarifying on behalf of confederations?
All right, welcome back. Well, we just listened to the Liberian Football Association President Musa Beliti and one of the candidates, Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, talking about the election. The election is what everybody seems to be talking about. Some months back, there was talks about a secret pact between Asia and CAF. It has come to light now. CAF is supporting the guy from the Asian Football Confederation, Sheikh. I just like to call him Khalifa. Let me just stick with that. So, but you were in Rwanda and you saw the politicking and everything going on there. But 3 African countries have come up boldly, and quite frankly, you pointed out that South Africa, maybe we should make it 4. 3 African countries: South Sudan, Egypt, and Liberia, saying that, look, we're going to vote our conscience. CAF should not tell us. So what do you think will happen? You're going to have split votes, or that era of voting in block maybe will come to an end, or it's still going to happen?
It's going to be split, actually. Even that day, immediately after the decision was taken in Rwanda, Tokyo did come out to say, come on, guys, this decision was not made by the 54 CAF Confederation. It was just made by the CAF executive committee. And that's why it was still very, very confident. But looking at the way it's going to pan out, the way personal opinion, I feel Sheikh Salman, he has 60% opportunity of becoming the next FIFA president. Should he get about 20 votes from Africa, he gets from Asia, and now Europe is divided. We have this thing there. You have Jerome Champagne there, and Gianni Infantino, who has a good manifesto. In fact, he gave us his manifesto in Rwanda, and we felt for him. We actually felt, okay, based on this manifesto, he could even get a backing from CAF, but it was not to be for him. But all in all, I still feel it is going to be Sheikh Salman all the way.
Tolu, since I just wanted to lend your voice.
Really, listening to Musa Beliti lend his voice about the time where Issa Hayatou went against Sepp Blatter and he voted, I thought, really, if we have an African, forget the pact. If we have an African going, we should support our own. Put quite frankly, there is no reason not to back our own here. Okay. And if we're not backing our own, can we please back someone who has a fantastic manifesto? And hey, why do we have pact with the Asians in the first place? Because we want to form allegiance with them, and so that when we push someone out, they can back the person. Now they push someone out, and we have someone out also. What are we going to do? Back them? I think we should have looked at it from this side. But it seems Issa Hayatou, who knows a lot of politicking, particularly football politics, knows that, hey, taking sides with the Asians, with the Sheikh in this case, makes good sense. Don't forget, this man was heavily involved in getting the present IOC president to that position also. So he is a man who knows sports politics. And Issa Hayatou just knows that he is the right man to follow at this time. So when we need their support, they can also come following. But then, if you ask me, I would have gone for an African if I have an African. And I have an African.
Okay.
But I can't vote.
Okay. Well, it took the words right out of my mouth. He can't vote. We can sit here and say a lot of things, but the decisions have been made, and of course we'll wait for February 26th and see. It will be interesting to see the voting pattern. We can sit here and speculate. It will go this way. It will go this way. I mean, I'm already thinking maybe out of 54 for Africa, maybe the Sheikh might pick 50. I don't know. Then in his block, he might get everything. So it's probably sitting on 100 plus already in a field where you're going to have 209. My thinking here, I'm just speaking my thoughts out loud.
But when the Athletics Federation, when we had the IAF, where the presidents, Africa, what did we do? What happened to us? So should it just be an African thing, or we should go for who we feel is credible?
And the leaders of CAF said this was done in the interest of Africa.
I think the only time we have backed an African was when Issa Hayatou went himself, when Amos Adamo tried. Somehow he got out. He was ineligible all of a sudden. This is another man. I mean, these things happen, and we just feel that we could have done things better.
All right. If we want to stick with the FIFA issue, we'll continue, but we have to leave that and talk about the CAF Champions League. Well, this wasn't what we hoped to see, but it is what it is, and that's what you have on your screen from the preliminary round in the CAF Champions League. That is the results. The Elephants of Aba have lost in Uganda. They lost to Vipers Sports Club 1-0. I feel it's minimal damage, if you ask me, and I think that a 1-0 scoreline can be upturned if the guys, put their mind to it.
That's a positive. I really didn't see anybody picking a win. No, of course not. But I thought they could probably get a draw. Perhaps they just did how they've been doing it in Nigeria, just go there and enjoy yourself and then come back to your home game and hope to finish. But the difference is they won't be playing in Aba. They will be playing in Port Harcourt.
Yeah.
That is not home. That is home. That is not even home away from home.
Okay.
So I think they have a tough task ahead of them. And Enyimba is a team that has lost too many things after winning the league last season. I mean, they lost their coach, they lost some key players, and the guys who have come in to replace the ones they have missed, I don't think they are at par in terms of quality.
It's too early to question that.
Anyways, they can upturn this. The tie is not dead.
Yeah,
they have 90 minutes to do things, and I think they will do just that.
I agree with you. All right, let's move on to the other fixtures. 3 other teams still involved in the CAF Confederation Cup and, of course, in the CAF Champions League. Warri Wolves in the mix. Will be taking on Sporting Praia. Of course, that's it on your screen. We're wishing that the boys from Warri will be able to do the job and, put themselves in a comfortable position. But I'm more interested in talking about what has become the CAF Confederation Cup. Our best performance since the format has been changed to the CAF Confederation Cup has been what Bayelsa United was able to do in 2009. Yeah. Of course, do not forget what Julius Berger was able to do, getting to the final in 2003. Yeah, 2003. Yeah. But let's talk about the fixtures that we have there. Nasarawa United, to me, have... okay, that's... all right, CAF Confederation Cup there. You have Nasarawa United taking on Generation Foods from Senegal, the guys who won the FA Cup in Senegal. I'm thinking, my personal opinion here, I'm thinking Nasarawa United should be able to get it there. Yeah. And Vita Club Mokanda, that's a Congolese club, will take on Aqua United. I want us to get back to talking about Warri Wolves, but guys, quickly, talk about this. Where do you think it will go?
looking at what we've done in time past in the CAF Confederations Cup, we've not been able to get to the group stages, even in CAF Champions League. Now it's going to be very, very difficult. I just see it's been difficult for Nigerian clubs. They can only convince me if they get decent results in these fixtures, then we can say they can progress. But for now, I'm just going to leave it at 50-50.
Okay, Tolu, quickly.
Well, I think Akwa United should stand a very good chance. They recruited massively, which is impressive. Nasarawa United equally recruited some really good players.
Okay.
Lotsin Ichul tops them up for me. So I think those guys can pick credible points in these games.
All right, they say pictures don't lie. What you're seeing is Warri Wolves unveiling their new signings. Players, of course, that will be doing it for them this season. And of course, you look at those players, some notable names in that. Of course, the best you can get on the domestic scene, and you're looking at them, they're ready to do the job. Of course, let's listen to them. Let's listen to what they have to say. These are the pictures, and it just shows that Warri Wolves taking the CAF Champions League seriously. Let's allow you to listen to what the players had to say, the players and key figures at the club, what they had to say, and of course, we'll come back for more on Sports Tonight.
In terms of the financial, something like that. So then our own is that be regular in the training and to be listening to the coaches as well. Then the unity as well must be in the team as well. So definitely we have to give them the best. And then I believe that when I do my training very well, so the shape will be there as well for me. So and I'll be there to as in for them as well. So just to give them the result they want. So
you all know Waru finished second last season. And actually, we are here to see if we can go a step further. That means by winning the league. So everything is possible. So for us to be here, and first of all, this Sunday we have to concentrate on the Champions League. By there, we start from there. We'll see how we go from there.
We looked at those that left the club because we had one of the best team last season, and we look at the caliber of the players that left, and we try to give them good replacements. And you can see that Kemuti left, and Dela Jiboye is really the best goalkeeper in that Super 4. He's here with us to the Maxino Jobo. So that was exactly what we did by getting good replacement for those that left, so that we won't regret anything. I'm sure these ones are even better than the ones that we that left the club.